It's the Deerfield Warriors again facing off against the Maine South Hawks. This is Deerfield's first conference game of the year and their first game moving into the CSL South. This time they face a powerhouse. They get their toughest test of the season against a very dominant Maine South Hawks squad that is 10th in the state. And I'm Drew Weiner, joined alongside Brody Sheffrin. And Brody, this Maine South team is really good, ranked 10th in the state, and this is going to cause a team that can cause a lot of issues for Deerfield, a Deerfield team that has struggled, picked up their first win yesterday, but a lot needs to go right for the Warriors if they want to win this game.
Yeah, for sure. Deerfield, I mean, just look at the disparity in these rankings. You got Maine South ranked number 10 in Illinois. You got Deerfield at 520. Coming in with a 1-5 record, picked up a really nice win against Grays Lake North last night. They were able to hold on, get to a pesky Knight squad, and able to pull that one out. But obviously, Maine South is a whole nother animal. They're top 10 in the state. They're Maine South, the Hawks. They're going after a state championship. Coach Jeffrey Hammond and his squad, they got high aspirations for this year in the CSL South.
Yeah, they sure do. This is, the Hawks. This is a team. They feel like can lead to a banner. This feels like a banner year, a team where they can really make a push for a state championship. And they're started out 5-0. They won the Bison Classic, beating teams like Libertyville, Hersey, Barrington, a lot of really good squads. And this is their first conference game as well, and they're looking to start off with a win. And Deerfield looking to play the upset.
Yeah, it would really be a miracle if Deerfield could pull this out, but you never know. Crazy things happen in the sport of basketball. What are your keys to the game for the Warriors to keep this one close?
I think the keys for the Warriors, I think it's important to run the offense through Kate Trella. As we've seen, she's the best player on this team, to be quite frank. And she's also, she's got the size advantage, and I think that poses a threat to the opponents Deerfield goes against. And if they can really get her going, she had the double-double last game, but with the rebounds and blocks, not the points. I think she's definitely on triple-double watch all season, and I'm just waiting for that to happen. Nearly happened last night. But I think she's really a threat to this Maine South squad, and if Deerfield can get her going and get some solid guard play as well, I think the Warriors can make this a competitive ball game.
Yeah, I think so too. Kate Trell is clearly the tallest player on the floor tonight, standing at 6 feet. Rarely see that in a girls' basketball game. Most players average around 5'7", 5'8". Deerfield's lucky to have someone 6 feet tall. They're going to have to use that against the Maine South team, who's going to like to run out in transition and work their inside people too.
Yeah, these two teams faced off last year for the CSL championship at this exact gym, the Warrior gym, that being inside of Deerfield High School. This is a much different Deerfield team. They took down the Maine South Hawks squad in a great game. They won by around 10 points, I think it was, that game. But this was it was a Warriors team who went all the way to the state semifinals. That was a really good team, maybe the best in program history. And they took down this Hawks squad, and this Warriors squad looking to do that again this year.
Yeah, definitely a revenge element for Maine South. They ran through the CSL South until they ran into the Warriors who were part of the CSL North last year and lost to the hands of Deerfield. So definitely some people on this Maine South team who remember that game and are ready to get some revenge on these Warriors.
Yeah, a lot of returning players from this Maine South squad. And really, that's not the case for Deerfield, just returning one player who contributed really serious minutes last year, that being Kate Trella, losing a lot of star power, a lot of highly rated players, and a team that was really good last year. And Coach Keith is a brand new ball club this year, and they've struggled early on, but I think the win last night was a big boost to momentum and a big boost to morale for this team.
Yeah, we spoke to two players after the game, Tori Gittler and Izzy Mihovicki, and we really learned a lot. That win did a lot for their team culture, and if they can put up a fight tonight, I think the team culture, especially against a strong team like Maine South, is going to emotions will be high heading into the rest of the season.
For sure, this is an opportunity to kind of show the rest of the conference that we're still here. Lost a lot of players, and they can kind of prove that they could still be a threat to compete in the new CSL South. But it's definitely going to be interesting to follow to see how Deerfield competes with a dominant team like Maine South. And right now, I'm not sure what Maine South's doing, but I think it's kind of cool.
Yep, just shows their experience and everything they do as a team. You'll see Maine South, their cohesiveness. We saw that a lot with Deerfield last year. Saw it with Maine South last year too, as both these teams huddle up as we're about a minute away from tip-off, so should be a good one, Deerfield and Maine South.
Yep, we'll be back shortly for the beginning of tip-off. A terrific rendition there of the Star Spangled Banner by this outstanding Warrior pep band as the starting lineups are being announced. First for the visiting Maine South Hawks. And, you know, Brody has really three key players to highlight in this Maine South team. You got Megan Fahey, the senior guard who's committed to SIU Edwardsville. And there's a lot of senior leadership similar to Ava Blagojevic, the senior guard who was all-tournament selection for the Bison Classic, because she's committed to play at Wash U. And Caitlin Lyden, the junior forward, who's also an all-tournament selection. But those are the three key players in this Maine South team, and definitely the players that this Warriors team needs to look out for. Deerfield starting lineup being announced right now. Deerfield runs a young starting lineup, trotting out two freshmen. Different than this Maine South team, who's very senior heavy, a lot of veteran leadership. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out with the two different teams, one of the veteran-led team and the young-led team.
Yeah, Deerfield seniors really led the way. They're just only two seniors for the Warriors, but they really led the way last night. They accounted for 18 of the team's 38 points in the win against Grays Lake North. You had Tori Gittler with 10 and Kate Trella with 8, so definitely something to watch, see how scoring is distributed between the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, I think the seniors are going to be key, and I think they're going to need to double that point total if they want a chance in this ball game.
Yeah, Maine South can really score. As we saw last year, they scored over 60 points against the Warriors, and the Warriors haven't reached that 40-point threshold this year, so they're going to have a big night on the offensive end. But we know in the sport of basketball that's not uncommon. That can happen.
No, just look at Purdue FDU last year, one of the all-time upsets, and upsets can happen. As Kate Trella out there for the opening tip, joined alongside Asia Kobalarczyk. We're just about set to tip this ball game off and get the CSL play underway as the Hawks win the tip.
See if Deerfield can get off to a hot start here on both ends.
Deerfield ran a 2-3 zone yesterday. Looks like they're going to start out with some man. You know, Coach Keith likes to mix it up as there's an open layup there for Kobalarczyk. And it is 2-0 Hawks early on, just a wide open, easy post touch.
Yeah, Deerfield with some off-screen action early on. I like what Coach Keith's got drawn up on this first play of the game.
Yeah, a lot of off-ball movement going on. Really can't get anything going. Good defense from the Hawks.
Yeah, this off-ball movement has really been a staple of Coach Keith's style. We saw it a lot last year. We're seeing more of it early on this year.
Deerfield is going to retain possession there. Yeah, but Maine South's length and size at the guard position really seems to be giving Deerfield a lot of fits on offense. They really just can't get anything going. You saw that shot blocked. As that ball is tipped out of bounds, it's going to stay with Deerfield.
Maine South applying a lot of pressure early on. Just 45 seconds in, they're already bringing a lot of heat towards these Warriors, and Deerfield handling that pressure is a big key to this ball game.
For sure, Deerfield turned the ball over a lot yesterday. They're going to get cut down on that. Is right on cue. There's a turnover. Here come the Hawks the other way, and they will turn it over. So 2 quick turnovers for both teams as Deerfield will be on the offensive side.
I like how Deerfield switched to man-to-man, or is it woman-to-woman? I like how they switch from the 2-3 zone, because if they were to run a 2-3 zone against the length and size of this Maine South team, I think they'd really get broken apart.
There's another turnover for the Warriors, so that can't continue, you know, for the rest of this game if Deerfield wants to hang in there. The Hawks on offense.
See Caitlin Layden really trying to front Tori Gittler in the post.
That three ball is good from Ava Blagojevic. The senior guard gives the Hawks a 5-0 lead. So that's going to be a jump ball. The arrow pointing to Deerfield, and it will be the Warriors' ball.
Yeah, 3 early turnovers for the Warriors. If they can limit turnovers, that's their only real chance to stay in this game, because Maine South with a quick 5, they're really capitalizing.
Silber's jumper rims out. Come the Hawks the other way. Her baseline jumper is good. Megan Fahey extends this Hawks lead.
Yeah, Maine South 3 for 3 from the field early on. They're shooting it well.
Cooper fouled there. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Free throws. That's another big key to this game, especially with the new rule change this year. 5 fouls a quarter gets you in the double bonus, so you're shooting 2. No 1-and-1s. If Deerfield can knock their free throws, they're going to have to knock their free throws down if they want to keep this one close and get to the line, more importantly. So it's a good start for Deerfield. First shot's good from Chloe Cooper.
Yeah, points will not be easy this game for the Warriors, and they're going to need to take advantage when they're at the charity strike. Cooper hits them both. It is back to a 5-point ball game. We're just under 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Ooh, Trell almost got the steal there. That results in a wide open shot for the Hawks that rims out. Deerfield able to grab the loose ball, and Silber throws it right out of bounds. A freshman mistake there from the youngster.
Yeah, we saw Silber. She's really shown a lot. She's shown a lot of potential, especially in the game last night against Grays Lake North. But passing is definitely a focal point for her as the season goes on, and I believe it'll get better.
Putback is no good. Maine South so far dominating the glass, able to grab 2 offensive rebounds in this possession. That jumper rims out. Deerfield finally able to finish off the strong defensive possession, and Silber travels.
Yeah, Deerfield really, once again, turnovers are 4 turnovers in less than 3 minutes. So if they're going to win this game, I got to feel like that total turnover number has got to be under 15, right?
Yeah, you would imagine. I mean, they're going to really need to cut down on the turnovers. An interesting timeout called there by Maine South and Coach Jeffrey Hammond. Must have not liked what he seen from his ball club. But an early timeout. Definitely you don't expect to see an early timeout from a team winning 7-2. But, you know, Coach Hammond saw something he didn't like and wanted to talk to his team.
This Pep Band's debut here for the winter season. They're showing out. They're bringing the energy. So major props to the Pep Band.
For sure. There's no first game blues for them. They're coming out doing a great job like they always do. There's an open three out of the timeout from Fahey. He's no good. Another offensive rebound for the Hawks. Another open three is off the mark. Mishawicki with the rebound. Comes Trella. Picks up a dribble. Pass inside to Cooper. Rims out. Maine South with possession. Here they go on the fast break. And the basket is good, plus the foul. Asia Kobalarczak with the and one.
Good start for Kobalarczak. She got 4 points this game, looking for her fifth. Still early. Definitely big game watch for 21 in black.
For sure. Kobalarczak converts on the three-point play. One of the tallest players on this Hawks squad. Going to be given the duties of the tip-off like we saw, and really mainly guarding Kate Trella. As that is passed straight to Pep. Here come the Hawks. Running the floor as there's Caitlin Lyden for two. And that timeout from Coach Hammond really worked out. The Hawks have stretched their lead out to 10. Cooper is blocked there.
Like that driving action from the Warriors, though. They did get that one got blocked, but they're gonna draw fouls. They're gonna be able to get to the free throw line. And as we were saying, that's the key to Deerfield staying in this one.
Allie Pep will go to the line to shoot two. That foul is going to go on Kate Trella, her first. But not the start you were looking for your coach Keith, and you got to get something going on offense.
Yeah, I think you got to keep driving in the lane. I like what Cooper did on that last possession. Don't settle for jumpers, and really just make sure you get a shot on every possession, because they've turned the ball over a lot. I think they're up to 6 turnovers in 4 minutes, so really got to buckle down on that offensive end and ball security.
Pep goes 2 for 2. But yeah, like you were saying, you can't have wasted possessions if you're the Warriors, and there is one right there. That's going to be an easy layup for the, oh my goodness, she missed it. And they're going to call a foul. Wow. Katie Barker had a wide open layup and could not convert.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of flashes of Deerfield's last year's team within Maine South. The pressure that they're bringing, their traps at the top. It really worked for Deerfield last year, and they're using that against Coach Keith and the Warriors.
Yeah, a lot of ball pressure like we saw from that Warriors squad last year. Estrella with the home run ball, and that is stolen from Pep. By Pep. And here comes Allie Pep. The pass inside, and the bucket is good. Asia Kobalarczak. She's got her 7th point of the game. Is another steal. As this time, Barker converts on the layup, and it is a 18-2 game, and Coach Keith signals for a timeout and gets it. Oh my.
Wow, it felt like it was 7-2 just 30 seconds ago, and in the blink of an eye, the Warriors find themselves in a big hole.
Yeah, that timeout from Coach Hammond resulted in a 11-0 run for this Maine South Hawks ball club, and they're just asserting their dominance.
Yeah, 18-2 early. Deerfield's really going to have to make a few shots and just play their game, because Maine South's been speeding them up on the offensive end, and that's 8 turnovers now for the Warriors.
Yeah. Coach Keith is going to need to make some adjustments if they want a chance at clawing back in this one. But an early 18-2 lead for this Hawks ball club, and this is the reason why they're one of the best teams in the state.
Deerfield's really got to help out with this press. They're having one guy behind half court. You really got to have 3 in order to break the press. You may even maybe work a diamond.
Yeah, a lot of traps and a lot of steals are being forced. There's a foul on the Warriors. We'll send Emily Curry to the line, the sophomore forward. That will be Trella's second. And if you're Deerfield, you cannot afford to have Kate Trella in foul trouble.
No, she's a spark plug of this team, and we'll see if Coach Keith goes to the bench here, because Kate Trella never saw the bench in the last game against Grays Lake North yesterday, and looks like she might be coming out here.
Yep. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, Trella played the entire game against Grays Lake North, and checking out here at the 3:03 mark with 2 fouls, so it'll be interesting to see how Deerfield plays without her. Curry splits the pair at the free throw line. 19-2 Maine South. That is stolen again. And that basket, Alyssa Levecki lays it in, and they gave the points to Deerfield. And they could use those extra points.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
The score is 21-2. Just feels like almost every possession Deerfield's turning it over, and they're just lucky to get shots up at this point.
Yeah, they really got to find open shooters, especially Tori Gittler. Arguably this team's best shooter. She shot the lights out of it last night against Grays Lake North, and get the ball into her hands.
And there's another turnover. Just a lot of sloppy basketball from the Warriors. There's an open three off the mark. The offensive rebound from Barker is off. The putback is off the mark, and she steals it back. Man, Deerfield just getting dominated, and they finally able to secure the rebound. See if Deerfield can get a nice possession here and run a good set and get some easy points.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Keith, I'm really trying to slow this offense down. Maine South's done a good job at speeding them up, and there's a prime example of that.
Yep, Levecchio with the steal. Nice little pass there, stolen from Gittler. There's a nice little defensive play.
Yeah, I like Deerfield getting back in transition. That was their key last year. Coach Keith likely been preaching it to these Warriors in the offseason, and it's good to see it pay off.
Pass inside to Cooper, no good, but a nice pass there from Miovishki. And an open Cooper just could not convert.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little contact there as well. Did not get the call, so it's something to watch. These refs look like they're going to be calling this game a little looser.
Deerfield yet to make a field goal this game as we are nearing in on the 1 minute mark of this first quarter. It looks like Deerfield's back to that 2-3 zone that worked so well against that Grays Lake North Knight squad yesterday. Another thing that's been killing Deerfield is the issues with defensive rebounding. So we saw another offensive rebound there from the Hawks, but Deerfield able to grab that rebound.
Warriors trying to run
on the break. Gittler's jumper is off the mark.
Yeah, it's you really could have used a presence like Kate Trella inside to pull down that rebound. She's got some size and tried her best to get that rebound, but those extra 2 inches that Trella provides are extremely important.
Yeah, that was not quite sure what that was. Gittler did not seem to be expecting the ball, but it's just plays like that that can't happen, and you just can't play this sloppy when you're playing such a great team like Maine South, and that is 11 turnovers in the first quarter. Man, that needs to cut down. They are on pace for over 40 turnovers, which would be a mark that I've never seen.
So Maine South holding for the last shot. Let's see if Deerfield can get a stop, get some momentum.
3 is off the mark. Deerfield can take the final shot if they elect to. Nope, it is stolen. Make that number 12. And after one, Maine South 21, Deerfield 2. We're in for a long night.
Yep. On pace for an 84-8 score, which is eerily similar to the 76-8 final that Deerfield had last year against Maine East. So Coach Keith getting a little bit of a taste of their own medicine opposite of last year, and see if they can turn it around, see if they can See if they can get this thing to single digits before the locker room.
Yeah, we will see. We'll be back shortly for the second quarter of play. We're back, second quarter just about to get underway. It was a dominant first quarter from this Maine South Hawks ball club. The point was 7-2, and Coach Hammond called the timeout, and since then it has been a 14-0 run for this Maine South Hawks ball club and carry over into the second quarter. And that 14-0 run may be extended even more.
Yeah, Deerfield, Kate Trella back into the game with those 2 fouls. We'll see if they can get her going. She's yet to score a point, get a rebound, or get a block, which are her 3 strong suits of her game. So we'll see if they can get her going in the second quarter and try and cut into this 19-point lead.
Yeah, Trella really hasn't done much for the Warriors. Cooper leads the team with 2 points. But I think if you're Coach Keith, you're just telling your team, you know, what you want to see from your team is you want to see them battle. You want to see them play hard and just make this, you know, competitive to an extent and show some fight.
Yeah, I'm not a big proponent of moral victories, but Deerfield really could use a couple of moral victories right now.
That's for sure. Is that turnaround jumper there from Leiden's good? That was a really pretty jumper there from the junior forward. Leiden was an all-tournament selection for the Bison Classic at these Maine South Hawks won that championship game, defeating Libertyville by a whopping score, 58-28.
That's turnover number 13 for the Warriors.
We are counting that for you guys at home, so you don't have to. We will keep an eye on that mark as it just continues to seems like it continues to rise for the Warriors.
Yeah, and the big thing with this turnover number is there's another 3-pointer from Maine South. Big thing with these turnover numbers from Deerfield is what's going to be the most important is seeing progress throughout the year. There's a chance Deerfield ends this game with upwards of 40 turnovers, and seeing that number get cut down as we progress through the season is going to be a big key to see if these Warriors can pull out a couple of wins the rest of the year.
Nice little Euro step, but could not get it to fall. It was Megan Fahey with a nice move, just could not get that left-handed layup to go through the hoop.
See if Deerfield can get a shot up here in the offensive end. Last couple possessions have finished in turnovers. See if they can give themselves a chance. There's turnover number 15.
Yeah, I think at this point they're better off just throwing up half quarters or just pull up threes. Just so they at least get a shot up. Yep. This is like something I've never seen.
Can't score if you can't shoot. If you don't, you can't score if you don't shoot.
Yeah. Is that 2 is good. The foot was on the line for Ali Cernick. And they're going to fix the net. Ali Cernick with 4 quick points there at the beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah, her jump shots really stood out for this Maine South team. Despite only having 4 points, she's taken a few shots. Looked really good. I would not be surprised to see her as one of the names in double figures at the end of the night.
Yep. Maine South also rolling with a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, I'd like to see Deerfield get into some sort of 1-3-1 offense here. Here's Skittler for 3.
Off the mark. Cooper with the offensive rebound. And there's another turnover. But with this 2-3 defense, the middle of the court, the free throw line looks wide open as Ali Pep there nails a 3, and this run is stretched out to 23-0. But what I was saying about that 2-3 zone, I mean, it looks like at the free throw line and the middle of the court, I mean, it looks wide open. If you can get Trella, catch up the free throw line, run some high-low action, I mean, you can get some easy buckets.
Yeah, like spread. If I'm Deerfield right now, I'm spreading Gittler and Silver out on the wings. I'm having Trella run the baseline and having Sasana and Mihovitsky run the show.
Yeah, that free throw line is wide open. There's another turnover. Number 17.
Yeah, Deerfield if they can get more shots up there, that's gonna get them off this stump that's been holding them at 2 points for a good portion of this game.
This has been an impressive run from this Maine South Hawks ball club, and that's why they're one of the best in the state.
Stop there from Deerfield. Maybe this is the start of something.
Yeah, that was an uncharacteristic shot from Leiden. Surprised to not see her get any rim there. Good defense there from the Warriors, though. See if that can give them some sort of momentum. No. This is it's getting bad for the Warriors. There's an open three ball. It's good. Allie Steronik, 4-3. That's our 7th point of this quarter as they keep messing up the net. I saw that a couple times in warm-ups, and I think we might be needing to get some new nets soon.
I don't know. It just speaks to the outstanding shooting of Maine South. It's a swish every time.
Or maybe put Deerfield on that side and we won't have that issue.
Maine South subbing out their entire lineup here.
Yeah.
Really making it hard on the 5 hard workers at the scores table.
Trella driving in, and she scoops it up and puts it in. Kate Trella for the first field goal of the game for the Warriors.
And at the beginning of the game, that's what we said Deerfield needed to stay in this one. And by the looks of it, it looks like she got that first basket to fall just a little too late.
It ain't over till it's over. But that's the first basket for the Warriors since early in the first quarter, breaking a 26-0 run for the Maine South Hawks. That's a big basket just for momentum and just kind of confidence.
As I was saying earlier, that's one of those moral victories. There's a turnover there.
Deerfield may be starting to show some life. Oh. That's another turnover. Whenever you start to feel like there's something, it's turnovers. Man, long way to go for Coach Keith and our young ball club.
Yeah, I just want to try and get as many people on the floor of this game and show what the future of this team is all about.
Nice little touch there inside, but they're going to call it traveling on.
There's a stop for the Warriors. See if they can string something together here. They have Kate Trella running the point, 6 feet tall. You rarely see that, but for Deerfield, it seemed to work.
Trella shot off the mark, but I really like that shot. Just getting an open shot up is important. You know, there were players around her, but just to not go possessions without turning the ball over, I think is a big win for these Warriors. Pass inside to Gittler is stolen. That was a nice defensive play there from Curry.
About midway through the second quarter here, the score, Maine South 33, Deerfield 4. Maya Silbert inbound for the Warriors underneath.
It's tipped, so it won't be an over and back, but it is stolen by LaVecchia. Her jumper off the mark. They're going to tag Curry there with the foul on the rebound. Push of Trella. Scratch that. That is on Asia Kobalarczyk.
Chloe Square checking in for Deerfield. Chloe Connell and Chloe Cooper both coming into the game. We'll see if that provides a spark for these Warriors who really need one right now.
Yeah, the Chloe duo.
We saw it on the Fresh Soft squad last year. We're seeing it again here on the varsity circuit.
Over to Gittler. Gittler for 3. It's good. Tori Gittler. As you were saying earlier, the best shooter on this team, proving it there. The long ball from Gittler. As Maine South looking for the response, can't get it.
5-0 run here for the Warriors. This is what we were talking about. They got to start stringing together something, and credit Coach Keith and these Warriors for playing hard and battling as there is turnover number 20.
Ugly turnover there as here comes Maine South the other way, and Katie Barker will lay it in. She's got 4. We were talking about the importance of Gittler and Trella, the 2 senior leaders on this team. They are combined for 5 of the 7 Warrior points. There's a nice little touch to Gittler. Shot is off the mark. That's a good look there for the Warriors again.
Yeah, nice touch pass. 1 turnover in the last 4 possessions. That's improvement. You'll have to see it.
Good defense there from Trella on Asia Kobalarczak. Great job contesting that shot.
And that one's not going to go down as a block, but Trella has had 10 blocks twice this year. It's really impressive to see her presence on the defensive end being felt.
Yeah, I think that there should be a stat, shots altered, and I think that's definitely one where you put it in that statistic. Because she definitely altered that shot. As the and one for Alyssa Levecki. Nice touch there on the floater. Got it to go, plus the foul. Her first points of the game.
See if Deerfield can get back to this off-ball action like they had going earlier with kept themselves in the game for the first few minutes and slipped away a little bit. But if they can get back to that off-ball action, it'll be interesting to see from that point how they'll progress in terms of score.
Maine South going with another big substitution. I think if you're Coach Hammond, these are the kind of games you like. You're able to get a lot of players run, and I think that's important for the season. Get some players some rest and some players some playing time. Coach Keith furious with their team.
Yeah, it looks like she called up a play there for the offense to run, and I think it was ignored. That's, by the looks of it, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, she was not pleased to say the least. Up as we get a shout out to good old Banner Plumbing, the true sponsor of Deerfield Sports. We a big sponsor of Deerfield football. As every touchdown, as you know, is brought to you by Banner Plumbing.
Yeah, we got a football-like score here, 38-7. So good call on that, Banner Plumbing.
Yes, this is a similar score to the football game against these two teams faced off, and Maine South able to dominate Deerfield in that game as well. Excuse me, but yeah, it was Deerfield was winning at the end of the first quarter, but as we've seen in this game, Maine South just asserting their dominance and showing why they are year in and year out for almost every sport one of the best schools in the CSL South.
Not just the CSL South, but the entire state of Illinois. And as we saw in that football game against Maine South, Coach Wadecki really threw the kitchen sink at the Hawks in the first quarter, called up every wrinkle in his playbook, and made it interesting, which was what I kind of expected to see from Coach Keith, but I think Maine South is just too talented and outmatching this Deerfield squad.
Yeah, it's just it's tough for this Warriors squad as they nobody inbound it. Trello will head over to where the referee wants her to throw it in.
See what Coach Keith's got out of this timeout.
Quick little give and go to Trella. Maine South sticking with that 2-3 defense. Deerfield's been able to get some open looks off of it. See if they can get a good possession. There's Trella with the jumper. She hits it. Kate Trella with her 4th point of the game. Cutting this lead down to 29. Deerfield's starting to rack up some points here.
Yeah, Deerfield's starting to settle in on the offensive end. Been stuck on 21 turnovers for a while, which is a good number to be stuck on because that turnover number, there's a good defensive play from Gittler.
Great hustle there from Gittler. Coach Keith is going to love that. Deerfield
yeah, you saw that hustle a lot last year from senior Brenna Burns. Tori Gittler, very similar play style to Burns.
That 3 ball misses everything, and the putback from Leiden's no good, but she'll get the foul call and head to the free throw line to shoot 2. They're going to tag Izzy Miovishki with the foul. Leiden hits them both. This lead back out to a 30-plus point margin. Illegal screen there on Miovishki. I'm not sure what they called. I mean, it didn't look like really she made contact with anybody.
Yeah, I just think there was a movement, and the Maine South player really sold it well. So that's 2 quick ones on Izzy Mihovitsky, and 30 seconds to go in this first half. Let's see if Deerfield can maybe string together a couple of buckets.
Yeah, Mihovitsky staying out there with those 2 fouls. Maine South can hold for the final shot if they elect to. Under 10 seconds left to play in this half. Good defensive possession from the Warriors. That shot is no good. Nice defensive play there from Trello. The putback's no good. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Maine South 40, Deerfield 9.
Good way to end the half for the Warriors there. They actually matched Maine South 7-7 in that last half of the first half. That's a moral victory. That's impressive for the Warriors, who trailed 33-2. It's 40-9. You'll have to see it as we head into the break. We'll be back to the second half of action. Deerfield 9, Maine South 40. Be back in 10.
We're back for the second half of play. Just about under 30 seconds till this second half begins. It was a dominant first half from this Maine South Hawks squad, leading Deerfield by a score of 40-9. Kate Trella leading the way for this Warriors squad with 4 points. For Maine South, scoring's really been spread out, and the big killer for Deerfield's been the 21 turnovers. And Brody, what can Deerfield do to make this a game where they feel good about themselves coming out of it to an extent?
Honestly, turnovers. They got 21 turnovers. If they can turn the ball over less than 10 times in the second half and keep that game number under, even possibly under 30, that's a huge win for Deerfield. And I think if they do that, they might even outscore. They have a chance to outscore Maine South in the second half, especially with Coach Hammond likely to empty his bench. I think Deerfield limiting turnovers is a huge factor.
An interesting thing we saw at halftime, we saw Coach Keith coaching up her players, giving a whole lesson right as the half ended. She didn't let the players didn't go to the locker room, sit down, get water. She was coaching them up for a couple of minutes as there's a quick turnover. Not the start. I don't think that's the start Coach Keith envisioned.
We'll see how Maine South comes out of the locker room, especially on the defensive end. If they're going to go 2-3 zone or they're going to go man-to-man. As that one's laid in from Leiden, and not a good start to this third quarter for Deerfield.
No, Caitlin Leiden, she has 8 points, leading the way for this Hawks ball club. You know, it feels crazy to say this in a 33-point deficit, but, you know, it feels like there's really only one reason why we're here. I feel like if Deerfield just limited those turnovers, they cut it down to 5, I feel like we could be talking a single-digit game. I don't know if it's crazy to say that.
If Deerfield had 5 turnovers instead of 22, that's a lot. That's 17 valuable possessions right there. And Maine South's really been able to turn those turnovers into offense as well. So I don't want you to be seeing 42 for the visitors on the scoreboard, because that is a crooked number for this point in the game.
But that's why Maine South is good, because they force those turnovers. That 3 is good from Allie Pep. That's her 8th point of the game, tying the team high of Caitlin Leiden.
Maine South doing a good job distributing their scoring so far. They're nobody in double figures, yet they got 45 points on the board. So if this were Deerfield with the 45, you'd see a lot different scoring disparities. But that's how they play. That's how Maine South rolls, and allows for a lot of consistency.
A very deep ball club Coach Hammond has. See if Deerfield can get Kate Trella going early in the second half. She started to get it going at the end of the second quarter. Silber's jumper rims out. Strong rebound there from Megan Fahey. She goes running the break. The pass inside to Kobalarczyk. She lays it in, plus the foul. A chance for a 3-point play.
Man, really just took the life out of this building.
Yeah. You know, that life may have been taken away a lot earlier, but the second half boost that they had. Asia Kobalarczyk, she's been everywhere, multiple and one. She's just played a tremendous game. Deerfield's deficit now up to 38 points. Silber's jumper off the mark. Silber's got a couple good looks the past 2 possessions, just has not been able to convert. It felt like a lot last year. Deerfield was putting these beatings on teams. And rolls the reverses. Megan Fahey with a nice little jumper off the screen. SIU Edwardsville is getting a good one. She signed a couple weeks ago to the school, and she's a really good player.
Like to see them get Deerfield get Trella involved on the inside. She's caught the ball a lot at the top of the key. Hasn't really got many post opportunities. She's got the size advantage over Leiden. Like to see her get some post touches.
Yeah, I agree. I think Trella needs to hunt more for her shots, and when she gets it, look to shoot it nearly every single time. Because that's really Deerfield's best chance of scoring, is with her, you know, getting shots up at the rim. But she can't be passive with it, because she's the best player on this team, and she's the X factor this Deerfield team wants to be anything. So that 3-ball from the top of the key is off the mark from Allie Pep. The rebound attempt, no good. Second attempt, no good, but there is a foul that will send Caitlin Lyden to the line to shoot 2. Still no Hawks players at double digits. He had a couple players knocking on the door. Lyden with 8. Kobalarczyk with 10. Just not able to get over that that point total, which is an interesting development when you're up 41 points. Normally you have a player with double digits, but this Maine South team likes to share the wealth as there is turnover number 25. That open 3 off the mark. Strong rebound there from Kobalarczyk.
Good hustle from Cooper there to force a jump on. A rare turnover from Maine South.
Yeah, it was a good rebound there. Kobalarczyk, she's probably got to keep that ball up, but brought it back down, and Cooper with a nice defensive play, able to generate the jump ball. This pass inside to Trella is taken away. Here comes Fahey on the other end. She'll dump it down low to Kobalarczyk. That guy, open 3 for Barker is good. Katie Barker, 4-3.
Wow, this is impressive. Maine South, I'm pretty sure every player on Maine South so far has a bucket.
There is number 26.
As we're saying, Deerfield trying to keep this number under 30. That does not look like it's going to be the case, but definitely improvement from what we saw early on.
Nice touch inside to Lyden, who lays it in. And
there's that breakthrough, Drew. First player in the double figures on this game, despite Maine South having 55.
As we've seen a lot this game, a mass substitution coming in as there's another turnover. You don't see that a lot, but, with how this game's been, and, if you're Coach Hammond able to get some other players some opportunities, rest your starters, makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, that last possession for Maine South that resulted in the Barker 3-pointer, that just incredible passing. Just they're so crisp, and there's a reason why they're ranked number 10 in the state. And
this is a team that's flexing their muscles against this lesser Deerfield squad. Nice touch inside there. Shot is off the mark from Lyden. The putback, no good. Lyden battling for the rebound. Gittler had it, but was over the line, and that's going to stay with the Hawks. Here come the substitutions. It's just so impressive how deep this Maine South team is. How many different players they have that can score.
Yeah, and you saw this with Deerfield a lot last year. They try and get every single player on the team a point, and Maine South's doing a great job of that. Deerfield, unfortunately, does not have that at their disposal this year, but.
And that's stolen there from Gittler. Gittler on the fast break. Misses the point blank range layup.
As you were saying, Deerfield would need to get to probably around 70 to win this game, and as of now, it looks like it might be a little more than that.
Yeah, there will not reach that mark as Emily Currier with the baseline jumper. This lead is nearing in on 50 points. Good play there defensively from Amelia Fernandez. She's everywhere. Wow. Fernandez with the steal. And she cannot get the roll, but a great defensive effort there from Amelia Fernandez, just battling for the ball.
Yeah, the Fernandez-Gittler matchup has been very important. It's been very fun to watch. Almost through 3 quarters of play, both hard-nosed players, both put their bodies on the line, both big defensive presences too. It's been fun to watch.
A lot of passing around the perimeter. Maine South just trying to take some time off, not run up the score. And that's stolen. Another turnover. Here comes Curry the other way. Pass back to Curry. Kicked out. Marchuk for 3 off the marks. Dennis couldn't corral the rebound. That's going to be a jump ball in the possession arrow. Points towards the Hawks.
That's magic number 30 for Deerfield in the turnover department. We felt like that was the ceiling, and unfortunately for those of you watching, that goal was not met.
Yeah, as you could always go higher. We got to the moon. You can get higher than 30 turnovers. As Kara Chaplin there laid that one in. It is her first points of the game, as Brody said earlier. Maine South on the way to getting every player to score. Trella's jumper rims out. Good look there for Kate Trella. Just could not get it to fall.
Yeah, just 2 Hawks. Surprising that Fernandez hasn't gotten her name in the scoring column with the amount of steals and rebounds and hard work that she's put into this game. And those are the kind of players that you want to see light up the stat sheet, but unfortunately, the only way to notice their effort is on actually watching the game. So
Deerfield still with a big donut in the third quarter. Clock running down. And they cannot get the shot off, and after 3, it's Hawks 59.
All right, looks like we're going to have a
9.
running clock for this fourth quarter as they post 8 minutes on the clock. We will be back in 30 seconds.
We're back for the fourth quarter of play. It is Maine South 59, Deerfield 9. Deerfield did not put up any points in that third quarter after showing some promising improvement in the second quarter, putting up 7 points, but just could not get a basket to fall.
Here comes the band for the fourth quarter.
Trying to get this Warrior squad fired up. But Deerfield just looking to get some sort of momentum heading into their next game. That's stolen from Trella. That was Amelia Fernandez. She's been all over the place on defense, just making plays left and right. Only a sophomore. He's got a very promising future. There's a nice touch there inside, and Curry lays it in. Another sophomore. So the sophomore to sophomore duo connecting for 2.
That's something to watch, especially in the next couple of years. We're going to see a lot of Deerfield playing Maine South, and these sophomores that's the future of our broadcast here. That's the future of who we're going to be calling for these Hawks, and especially for Deerfield too, with all this young talent. They're the future of this program. So getting them minutes early and often is very important as you see this clock run. Nearly 7 minutes to go in this ball game. Maine South 61, Deerfield 9.
Nice touch inside, and Fernandez lays it in.
And there it is.
All they need is Victoria Marchuk, and almost to my knowledge, every Hawks player will then have scored, which is an impressive feat.
Yeah, you hear people say lighting up the scoreboard. This is what they mean.
Trella for 2, the free throw line jumper against Deerfield, their first points of this half. Trella leads all Deerfield scorers with 6. Got more than half of the Warriors' points. Fernandez with the response. Nice jumper there off the screen. She's got 4 quick points. strong take there from Trella. I like that. Just hunting for that shot. Just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, and sometimes maybe in a little bit closer game, she might get that call. So there's a timeout called by Maine South. I'm not.
I think it was a timeout to get a substitution in. Yeah, looks like that's all it's gonna be.
Got it.
Yeah, Coach Hammond won't even bother huddling his group up. Who's checking in is Allie Saronic, who that timeout was to get her in.
Marchuk's the one to watch here. She's the only one on Maine South who hasn't scored yet. There's the three for her.
There's Marchuk, and that shot is off the mark. Another rebound. Marchuk with it again. See if they can get another open look here. Looks like they're trying to get her that shot. Good job from the Deerfield defense. Nice pick and roll there. And Serrana cannot convert. This is the second of back-to-back games for this Warriors squad. They won yesterday. Ooh, nice pass down low to Gittler, who was fouled. But yesterday, Deerfield grabbed the first win of the year over Grays Lake North, 38-36. A strong performance from the Warriors that hasn't quite carried over to this game, but they it's what you expect when you have a dominant team like Maine South coming to your building. And I mean, this is one of the best teams in the state for a reason.
Yeah, if Deerfield knew they were going to split these two games at the start of the week, I'm sure they would have been thrilled. Really happy to get that big win against Grays Lake North, and they should build on that for the rest of the season because not every team's going to be as good as Maine South.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, definitely you don't want to lose in the manner that they are, but I think a split was needed for this Deerfield squad, who was 0-5, had to get to the Grays Lake North game, was able to grab a big-time win.
Once again, Marchuk, 14. Here's the
Marchuk.
shot for three.
The open three, off the mark. Tipped
You can
out
tell
of
this
bounds.
entire Maine South bench wants Marchuk to get some points.
Maybe the coach is next to score. Is any eligibility left?
See if Coach Hammond laces him up.
See if Coach Hammond still got it.
Yeah, with his size, looks like he might have played basketball back in his day, but not sure about that. Here's Marchuk in transition.
The layup does not go for Alyssa Lavecchia. Comes Gittler on the other end, and that is a double dribble.
Another good thing we saw with Deerfield this game is not a lot of traveling calls. Yesterday against Grays Lake North, that was a common theme, and there's only been a few so far tonight, so that's one bright spot. If you really break down those turnovers and traveling and losing the ball, good to see less traveling calls.
You know, and reminder, I mean, Deerfield's not going to be running into teams like Maine South. I mean, this is arguably pretty, you know, the best team in the CSL South. I mean, you've yet to see other teams play, but clear and cut almost every year Maine South is winning championships. And, you know, this is a young Deerfield team, and they were expected to struggle against such a tough team. First free throw is off the mark for Amelia Fernandez.
This clock ticks under 2.5 minutes. Yes. Second free throw is up, no good, but the Hawks quickly get the offensive rebound. There's Marchuk.
Marchuk lays it in, and the Maine South bench erupts, and for good reason. Every player on that squad has a point. That is an impressive feat, to say the least.
Yeah, you rarely see that in high school basketball, let alone college or the NBA. That's really hard to come by, and just impressive for the Hawks.
And if it has felt like this quarters went by especially quick, and It's because there's a running clock as Trella with the jumper. Her 8th point of the game, and Deerfield with their 13th point. It is a 67-13 game. Kate Trella with 8 points, 8 rebounds, and she's been the bright spot for this Warriors squad. On the brink of a double-double as Lavecchia misses the 3. Yeah, we've had a running clock this quarter, which is, I think it's a great thing. I think when you're at scores like these, there's no need to allow teams to run it up more and just to get the game going, because at this point it's really just about over.
Yeah, despite Maine South getting everybody in the scoring column, they've handled this pretty well. Been